James on, and this is my kitchen garden, and today we're moving the natural look from here all the way over to there. And as you can see, I've already started it. So a bit of a mess at the minute. Currently I'm just spray painting the floor like you do, but we're going to convert this back wall into a lovely natural looking tropical paradise. So welcome everybody, and yeah, sit back, enjoy the ride. So we're going to go back to the beginning where I started. So this is what we want to achieve, but to get this done we've got a fair bit of work ahead of us. We've got to move all these plants out the way, and then there's a radiator against the wall which I don't need anymore, so I can take that out because I've got underfloor heating in the kitchen, so the radiator doesn't really matter. So let's move all this stuff out of the way and see what we can do. Okay, so plumbing's not exactly my thing, and I can do just about anything else, but when it comes to plumbing, I always seem to have problems. It might be because it's an old house, might be just because I'm not very good at plumbing, but it's one of those things, and this was no different. So my initial plan was just to take off the radiator. Simple job, undo a few nuts and then the radiator will drop off. But then after that I thought, well, I can't just leave the pipes in the wall, I'm going to have to take the pipes out as well. So the pipes currently are boxed in underneath the radiator, and that all needs to come out. We've got socks down the side of the radiator, and we've also got lots and lots of cobwebs and muck to sort out. Also got to take these brackets off here as well, which have been there for quite some time by the looks of it. So after removing the boxing around the pipes, getting rid of the socks, and possibly the worst shower I've ever had, we have a little clean up, do some hoovering on the cobwebs, carefully remove the brackets. It's finally time to remove the Epipremnum global green pothos. Just got to get it past these wires. So one of the problems I've got with naturalising this space is the fact that on this side of the door there's actually a couple of cupboards. Why is that an issue, you might ask? Well, it's an issue because actually if I open the cupboard, it opens against the wall, and it actually scrapes against the wall like that. And yeah, if I'm going to put anything this side, basically it's going to be in the way of that cupboard door. So I've got to do something clever about that and work out what I'm going to do. And my current idea is I could probably chop off about 1.5 centimetres down the door, so the door basically stays at the back there, and then this bit here moves forwards, and then that side bit stays where it is. So that's my cunning plan, and then we might be able to fit some more stuff against the wall there. But it'll all be clear when you actually see what I'm doing. It's just a little bit worrying that I've got to chop this door in half, and I'm hoping I've got some sort of tool that will be good enough to do that, because at the minute I'm not so sure.
'cause you really wanna stay. You can tell by their eyes that you never go away. They wanna hide, that's okay, 'cause you really wanna play. You can tell by their lies that they'll never go away. I feel your teeth sinking into my mind. I feel my heart keeping tight for this time.
Okay, let's see if the cunning plan worked. Yes.
They wanna try just a taste, and you know they will be slaves if you let them inside. Then they'll never go away. They wanna drive you that way, and you wanna misbehave if you let me inside. Then I'll never go away. I feel your teeth sinking into my mind. I feel my heart keeping tight for this time.
So then what followed was a bit of plastering at super speed. And we did a bit of painting on the walls just to tidy things up, and we also took everything else off the walls that didn't need to be there. So we've got a clean slate ready to go for the next stage, which is starting to assemble the natural wall. it's early morning on the next day, and we've actually managed to get the wall finished off. We've got the wooden willow at the bottom, and we've got the coco coir on the top, and we've got a big hole where the mirror should go. So I'm going to put the mirror on. Now, I did offer it up a minute ago, and I think it's probably going to be better if I just put it over the top. I was going to sink it into the wall, I even cut out the bits to sink it into the wall, but to be honest, the mirror's got quite a thick rim around it, so it's probably best if I just put it straight on the top. Besides, I can always change it later if I want to change it. So that's how we're looking at the minute. Let's get some stuff back on the wall. So this little beauty is the Rhipsalis Paradoxa minor. I'm going to sit it on that plant stand right there. It's also known as the chain cactus. Comes from Brazil, and it has these long trailing chain-like cactus leaves, I guess you could call them. Needs about 4 hours of sunlight a day. Now, because we're so dark this end, what that means is we've got to power it with these grow lights up above, which are on at the minute. And that should brighten up this plant enough for it to grow long trailing leaves all the way down to the bottom of the floor. So that's what we're after. Let's go and get the second plant. Okay, so the second plant, you might have guessed it, is another Rhipsalis Paradoxa minor, or chain cactus. And I'm going to put that up there to the left. So we've got two long trailing plants coming down. Now they need a bit of growing. It's going to take a bit of time to get going. And I need to get this on here. So because it's an epiphyte, that means it's going to grow on trees. So we just want to spread these trailing cactus leaves out. Hopefully they'll go all the way down. Hide that wire behind, because that doesn't need to be seen. Try and get enough light on that as well at the same time, which is going to be difficult, but we'll see how it goes. We've got the Rhipsalis Paradoxa minor. Doesn't need too much water because it's a cactus. Needs to be fairly well draining. I think that's going to look good. Next on the houseplant hit list, we have this amazing Pothos Global Green. It's the same one that we took down. It's going back in exactly the same place because it provides a nice green backdrop to the rest of the plants. And these have got kind of the Global Green's got kind of a variegated leaf to it, so I've just given it a wash so it's a bit wet, but it only comes out when you're in the light, so I need to find a leaf which has been in the light. Here we go, look at the top lot. So you get this, you got a light green there, you've got a whitish colour, and then you've got a light green there, separate light green, and then the dark green on the outside. So it's a very nice plant. What that's going to do is provide a nice green background to all the rest of the plant. So I'm looking forward to getting that one on. Dieffenbachia is going to move. It's only here propping up the bit of wood while it dries properly, so we'll leave that doing its stuff. Let's get this one on. Need to make sure it returns the same direction that it was in before. Not the easiest of things to do, but we're doing that. So next up we've got a Scindapsus pictus. And the pictus actually means painted. And it's got these little silver specks on the leaves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the other side of the door here, because it can grow up to about 3 meters, I think. So it can get quite big. So this is a plant that's native to Borneo, Thailand, India, a few other places. Now mine hasn't been doing so well. That's why it's not got a lot of leaves at the bottom. Really what I should do is propagate these leaves. But I think it's because of sunlight basically. It hasn't had enough sunlight, so only the top bits are actually growing the leaves on it. The rest are long spaces between each of the leaves. So I think it's just searching for the light, but hopefully the large light above now should help with that. I want to put it on this side of the door because this hasn't got anything on it, and we need to sort of green up this a bit. Plus with the cupboard moving out and back in again, and a small pot like this, it should be fine for actually staying on this side of the wall, allowing us to get some basically plants on this side of the room, whereas before we couldn't have any. So there is a gap there, and the drawer only comes out to about here, so that'd be a good space to do it. Let's get that one on. Although it's not in the best of conditions, I'm hoping it's going to recover a bit. We've basically got the potential for a long vine all the way up to the top, and maybe even crawling over the top of the door. So we'll see how that one goes. So this plant here is a Philodendron red emerald, and it's going to be the star of the show. But in order for it to be growing up those tree branches, what I need to do is to separate it out. Hopefully I can manage to split this out into 2 plants, and then we can have them growing up either side of the mirror, so that'd be good. So let's have a look at the roots. Roots are good, they're not too down, they're okay, look healthy. Looks like it's all in coco coir as well. How do I separate the leaves off? This is what we need to do. That one's easy enough. Try not to break anything. Well pleased with this plant. I bought this as one plant, and I've managed to already split one off and put it into the border over the other side. That's why this is a bit loose around this side of the side of the pot. Now I want to split it up even further, make the most of this beautiful looking plant, and it's quite fast growing as well. So it's been putting out new leaves ever since I got it. So it's obviously quite happy. I'm going to put it in some new soil. It's going to be a bit chunky. That's it. That's coming off. Lying down there. Hey, that's the moss pole there. That's one. Looking good. Yeah. Right, that's the second one. Beautiful, look at that. That's a good one. There's a good branch coming off there. So if it gets too big, I'll just chop it, propagate it. And then we've got the third one there, look, which is even taller. So these are going to look very good against that mirror. So happy about that, that's good. Right, just need to put them up. So after a bit of a clean up, that's going to be alright to go in. That's one. And which one's the smallest out of those two? Not a lot in it. That's probably the biggest because it's got the second. I'm going to go for that one. That needs to go down to the bottom. There we go. That one should be good to go. That's two. There we go. What's this little beauty? Now I've just got to take it over there.